we've told the police that.
Was he carrying anything?
He was not carrying anything at the time, but
Congressman
from where the
Bashar.
shots were, I would think that
yeah.
would have probably been staged because there was no one that was obviously walking around with a rifle at the time. But it was just a little odd that he kind of really, walked up to us.
Alright, guys, I'll be back with my food.
I believe it was maybe like 3 minutes.
I'm not gonna take it.
We pulled out of the parking lot.
What time did you leave, Congressman? Because according to Brett Baer, the shooting started this morning at 7:15. The gunman with a rifle.
We left it probably no later than 7:10.
Oh, wow.
And Congressman, have you been doing these practices in this location before, or was this the first morning?
Oh no, this is kind of where they do the practices. It's kind of a community field down in Alexandria. So we leave at 6 a.m. to get down there, so there's no traffic. But it's probably about 10 miles from the Capitol, and so it's been something that's been going on for years and years. And Steve is, well, one, he's a great guy, but two, he really loves the baseball game, and he's at every practice, even though he's got a lot of other things on his plate. So it's just a really terrible situation.
Congressman, can you give us an idea and set the scene for us? Who was there today? What were you doing? And when did Steve pull in?
Sure. So pretty much people start getting there between 6:15 and 6:30. You have a number of members. I would say probably between 10 and 15 members of Congress at each practice normally. You have a lot of congressional staffers who throw BP, do that. I'd say there's at least 10 staffers there. And then Steve, because he's in leadership, he has his security detail. So anytime you pull up, you see the big SUV, you see some of these guys out there. So there was actually security there, and that's because of Steve. And so that's kind of how it is. So we go up there, we do it, and then usually we get back before the traffic really gets bad in Washington. That's one of the reasons Jeff and I left, because we both had already hit it. We had fielded ground balls. We're like, look, let's just get back, and so we can kind of get on with our meetings and get on with our day. And if you leave at 7:10, that may be a 20-minute ride. If you leave at 7:30, that could be a 40-minute ride. That's just easy for you.
Sure. Congressman DeSantis is joining us on the line right now from Florida, who was at the practice this morning, left 5 minutes before the shooting started. Mo Brooks was there this morning, wasn't he, Congressman Mo Brooks?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, he has just said that the shooter was taken down by a member of the security detail who had already himself been shot. Crazy courage under fire.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, those guys are pros, and then they do a great job, and it's just really unfortunate. I mean, I think we're going to have to figure out who this guy is. Jeff and I have told the police about our encounter, and we think it fits. Now, we don't know, and we're going to have to figure that out.
Right.
But it'd be interesting to see the motivation of this.
Does it strike you as odd, because you said that it's about a dozen, maybe 15 people that are on the field, the fact that the shots went directly to Steve Scalise and then to his two security aides? Does that strike you as unusual?
I think it would be, because if Scalise is playing second base and you're out, on the either left or right field line somewhere, there's probably other people who would even be closer to you, just the way the practice is set up. So it is strange to me that would have been the case. And look, I think that there are a lot of really serious questions that need to be asked about this situation.
A couple of things, Congressman, if you don't mind. We do have a report from Mo Brooks himself. He said he saw the shooter behind third base with a rifle. I don't know if that helps you an idea where you confronted this person, when the person confronted you and asked you, are there Republicans or Democrats out in the field, if it is indeed the same person. You mentioned that Steve Scalise was at second base. Is that where he was taking ground balls, or was he sitting there when you left?
Is that River?
He was
I hear him.
he was out in the field when I left. He had already hit batting
Oh.
practice and was basically just shagging balls as they came out there.
Right.
So
So he was in the outfield.
guys at short and third. I mean, I was playing short and third until we left, and so it just strikes me as odd that they would have targeted Steve just randomly, because there would have been other people that would have been closer.
And that's really what I'm getting at. If he was sitting there isolated, now if guys are together and they're shagging balls, a lot of times they sit together and one by one they'll break off and go after a fly ball. But if you're sitting at second base